The Bears are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Let's go, G-Hey, 626.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 29, Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Switch up, switch up. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Well, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 27. Throwing now is Rodgers. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Oh, the Chiefs have got it. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The 2nd half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. It's complete to Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. Robinson's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends. Attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason. And that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
At the 18-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
15.
51's the mic.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Let's make these babies.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, his 2nd sack of the night.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now
take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 29, Mahomes. He finds McCoy.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this is caught by Watkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Yellow.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, open man is Hill. He's got it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Darren Lee there to get him down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Hey, Rimley. Four's the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. Mahomes to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Green Bay, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 29 is Mike. Hey, box truck. 29 is Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Check. Check 4. Check. 5.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Shoot. Let's go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Under 10. 10. Check. Squeeze. Ready.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a run with Singletary. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First down.
It's just me and you.
On 1st down, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
29. Mike 29. Oh, yeah. Hey, tight. 29 is Mike 29.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
70, Indy. Blue draw quarter.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He's checking.
At the 46-yard line.
Check.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Set, ready? 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Get ready. Switch. Pilot, 64, weak. 37, check 37. Hey, alert 3. Get it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
I got you. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Check 26, check 26. Check 3, check 3. Undercrush.
C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Look at me. Zipper. Shoot.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. And was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, 2. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Charlie. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
36. Quick dance.
First and 10 at the 25.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You think you gonna get this? Go. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
Big grip.
From the 22, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, Alpha.
Mark 49. All day, punk. Check hot route. Hot.
Snap.
To throw on third down. Jones. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
29 is Mike 29.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Perry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
A gain of 29 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Game situation. Let's go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this one's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. Allen running the option to the left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Robert Foster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And oh, it's blocked. And the Giants have got it. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 52. Check 9, check 9.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one fielded at... And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Out, 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 out. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Get it.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
60 outlaw. Let's get that ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To to Barkley on the check down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Check. Leo.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
49, guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A 23-yard attempt.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 7, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Buffalo.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
20. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Go.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete. It's Gore. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Singletary. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Ready? 49.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Protein spill. Gone. Hey, Delta. Hey, big grip.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm letting you know right now.
Look, squeeze. We got that.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Giants' 28-yard line.
20.
Mike 29.
Stay with your man.
They go right back to Singletary. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
On 1st down, Singletary. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
29 is Mike 29. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Don't get nervous.
49.
Jones operating from the gun. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Joker.
Hey, orbit.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is all 30 yards downfield after that play.
It's our time.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
We ain't giving them nothing today. Fair. Yes.
On 4th down, Jones escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
319. Hey, tight. Get that ball right here. Slip.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Bills, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.